If I made the Wheel of Fortune now, it'd be for 2 reasons. It would be 1, because you guys want it, and it would also be because it will make me some money. As a pro, it's amazing now how many people are making a professional living from playing FIFA. I'm really proud to be a part of that scene. But for me as a player, I don't enjoy it anymore. I find it really hard to get over how much money you guys are having to spend to enjoy that game mode. But I'm reaching a point in my life now where I don't just want to play a game and get rewards, red rewards, for the sake of getting them. For me, it's like I want to enjoy the actual playing of the game, regardless of what rewards I get. And I don't enjoy doing the things you have to do to win. Because I think the reason that a lot of my series resonated with you guys in the early days is because I absolutely loved doing them. But I don't have that connection to FUT anymore. I really don't. Alright mate, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about all things Wheel of Fortune. That's Fortune, not Fortune. Some people still don't know the name of it. Wheel of Fortune. You can actually see the wheel behind me here. I brought it in. Look, it still exists. Look at this beautiful bad boy. Oh, the memories. 3 seasons, plus a little extra one we did, I think, for the World Cup. It's one of my favourite series I've made on this channel. It's one of your guys' favourite series. I know that very well because I've seen it in many, many comments. And the question is, why isn't it back? Why isn't it on the channel again? Am I bringing it back? We're going to answer all that stuff today. I haven't got a plan, like a script or anything for this video. I'm just going to sort of roll off the cuff. Basically, I don't think I'm going to bring it back on the YouTube channel at least. And there's a reason. And like, business-wise, I've never really treated this channel like a business, but business-wise, it makes a lot of sense to. I know you guys would watch it. I know you love it. It's one of my most watched things, but there's a load of reasons why I don't think I'm going to bring it back. All right? I think there's a chance I'm going to bring it back on live streams, and then it'd be like, if I'm going to live stream it, and I've got an ability to shoot it in a way that looks like really premium, like the YouTube stuff does as well, why not just stick it on YouTube as well? And that's maybe one uncertain thing. It might be a world where we do stick it on YouTube, and I need you guys to help me decide that. But let me talk you through my logic. First and foremost is concentrate on the game itself, okay? The reason it eventually actually did stop, and that was years ago, right? I hadn't done a full season in like maybe 3 or 4 years, is because the game changed. The game changed. They got rid of divisions and Ultimate Team. It's obviously been replaced with Rivals, and it's so different. There isn't the same sort of journey going from Div 10 to Div 1, which was what it was all about. And like Div 1 is a very different place now to what it used to be. Competitively, I'm still a Div 1 player. I can still get there. It'll be a much less enjoyable journey to get to Div 1 with a Wheel of Fortune inspired squad, or multiple squads, than it would on the Rivals. The reason for that, and I don't blame any of the people that are playing the game for it, because I understand why it's happening, but Rivals has become a sweat fest. It's about rewards, and it's about getting accomplishments or whatever. Like, it's about getting the best team you can. Esports is what's changed it. And let's make no mistake. I'm a massive part of the esports revolution or whatever of FIFA, what they're trying to do, what they're trying to bring in. I've been very lucky to be a presenter at a lot of the events. Obviously, I've got my own team, and Hashtag United I'm very proud of. And the boys that play competitively for us, they're expected to do everything they can to win these games. And the way the game's changed is great for that side of things. But I'm not that guy. I'm also my own individual man, Spencer, who's made content in the past. And this has changed that content dramatically. I could find a way of fitting it in. I have thought about it a lot. And I've certainly made this rod for my own back to an extent, because I've like flirted with the idea of bringing it back. I know you guys want it. You've mentioned it in comments. For example, I did my Australia charity streams. I said, if we raise this much money, I'll bring it back. And I owe you guys something for sure, because I haven't brought it back. And that's on me. First reason I didn't bring it back was we were quite late on in the year last year in terms of the game. So I didn't see the point. When lockdown happened, I thought, the first lockdown, I thought, should I bring it back? Everyone would love it. It's something I could spend some time on because there's less football going on. But I just felt it was too late in the game. And I concentrated on Football Manager instead, because I had this great journey with my actual team, Hashtag, which I loved. And a lot of you guys supported that series as well. Thank you. This year, though, a new game came out. And now we're in a second lockdown. When we went into this lockdown, I was like, it's time to bring it back. I even wrote a script. I wrote a script for this like 2-minute teaser at the start that was going to be based in the future, when there was a guy, someone else running this channel who's like my grandson, and I was going to be opposite as like an old me. I even got like, it's just out of shot over there, but I even brought like an old disguise to be an old man, and I was going to be like, I remember the Wheel of Fortune days, and we were going to find the wheel in the attic, like an episode of like Jumanji, when they find the old like board game, and it's going to bring it back, and I was going to spin it, and it was going to magically make me go back to the past, and I'd be me again for that one last series of Wheel of Fortune. It was going to be like The Last Dance, Michael Jordan, all that stuff. So it's a cool idea, I think. It was a fun script. You guys would have liked it. But I was writing it, and I thought about the actual realities of recording the series, and I just don't think it's the right thing to do, and I'll tell you why. You guys know I've sort of tooted this horn enough that I'm quite busy. You know, I've got a lot on. I've got a lot of responsibilities with hashtag. I love running hashtag United. It's kind of like, I think that's sort of my calling in life. I'm not your traditional football chairman, and that's been made very apparent to me by other chairmen in the league who don't basically like me. But I'm doing it my own way, and I'm very happy about that, and I love doing that. And if I can turn that into a proper job, that's kind of my ambition. When I say that, it is a proper job in terms of how much responsibilities I have. It's not a proper job in that I can't really pay myself enough to not do this other stuff. And I love this other stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love talking to you guys. I love talking about football. I love presenting stuff, all those good things. But running hashtag is my favourite. That's just a fact. And I think a lot of you guys will understand why. If you've grown up as a football lover like me and you've got this opportunity to actually run, the reason we play FIFA and the reason we play Football Manager is to like have a, you know, our own version of an experience of actually working in football, basically. And I do it now. I am doing it in real life. So I don't want to jeopardise that. I want to put all my time and energy into that. And the thing with Wheel of Fortune is it's a beast. If it's on, it's on. I know what you guys are like. When I've done it in the past, it's been like an episode every 2 or 3 days. And the series have been like 30, 40 episodes long. Once it's started, it's hard to get off that train. And I don't want to let you guys down. I don't want to start something and then not be able to do the next episode for a week, 2 weeks. It won't get finished. The nature of the series is it's a beast, it's a journey. And I look at the ones we've done and I'm so happy with them. I'm so proud of them. By the way, loads of you might not even know what Wheel of Fortune is. And if that's you, that's fine to just log off of this video. But a lot of people do. It's a FIFA series. I should probably explain what it is. It's a FIFA series where I play FIFA and I try and get the best team I can, but I spin this wheel before every game to tell me what to do. And there's challenges that I have to do, like play a team with all goalkeepers, or I have to do certain physical challenges in order to get certain packs to open that. I can never go out really and just buy a player I want unless I get that on the wheel. So it dictates it. It basically makes it a lot harder. And it's really popular. It's probably FIFA-wise, it's probably my most successful series. I haven't done a FIFA series on the channel in a long time, guys. You've probably noticed that. And there's a reason for that, really. Like I say, I kind of play in real life FIFA, real life Football Manager with my job at the moment, which I love. But also, like, one thing I will always say is I think the reason that a lot of my series resonated with you guys in the early days is because I absolutely loved doing them. I absolutely loved doing them. I never, hand on my heart, whether it was Once a Lion, London United, Forever Blowing, or Wheel of Fortune, didn't want to sit down and record an episode. It was fun. It was a game to me. Of course it's a game, it's a no-brainer, but even the formats that I invented on top of the game, I loved the challenge of. And so it was never a chore. I don't feel that way anymore, if I'm being honest. I still enjoy playing the game, or games, I should say. You've seen me stream, those of you that have seen me on Twitch. There's a very different side to it than what Wheel of Fortune is. Wheel of Fortune is explicitly an Ultimate Team series, first of all. I am falling out of love with Ultimate Team. That's just a fact. This year, the only one I've done so far is a Road to Glory on my PlayStation account, which I've streamed every minute of. And even though I just packed Mbappe on that... French. Striker Griezmann. No. Oh! Oh my God! Yes, boys. Which basically meant this Road to Glory that I've spent no money on, just got 1.5 million coins to spend, and it's kitted out my team because I sold him. I'm not enjoying it. I'm playing Weekend League. No, I'm really not enjoying it. I maybe enjoy the first 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Once you start playing against these sweaty guys, and the game mode itself, the way the actual game plays, is not fun. Like, that's for me as a hobby player. Career mode I've played a bit of this year, and I much more enjoy that, to be honest. It's quite a lot of glitches in career mode as well, but the general gameplay is actually better. It's smoother because you haven't got the latency to worry about. And I prefer the journey. You know, it's always been about journey for me. It's always been about a mission, whether it's real football with hashtag or whether it's about FIFA series or Football Manager, whatever. It's that challenge is what I love, that competitive nature. But I don't have that connection to FUT anymore. I really don't. And like, I find it really hard to get over how much money you guys are having to spend to enjoy that game mode. I'm not putting money in my PlayStation account this year. In the past, when I've done Wheel of Fortune, obviously I put a lot of money into the game through points. But it's my job. I can legitimize it because I actually get a return on that investment. When I'm doing it, I'm thinking about like how much money it costs to get a good team, how much money you guys must be spending at the other end of it. And I don't feel confident. I don't feel comfortable, I should say, endorsing that. It's the honest truth. That's just a fact. If you're a pro, it's very different. If you're a pro player like my boys are at hashtag, you have the ability to make a return on that investment. You can go into an event and you can make 100 grand. It's a fact. Tom won the Premier League this year. He won tens of thousands of pounds for that. He's in profit from Ultimate Team. That makes it great. It's great that people can do that. And I want to make that very clear. This isn't like a criticism of everything. It's just for me as a hobby player. As a pro, it's amazing now how many people are making a professional living from playing FIFA. I'm really proud to be a part of that scene. But for me as a player, I don't enjoy it anymore. I think it's gone. It could have done it both. It could have smashed out the competitive scene, created that world and that infrastructure and also kept the game alive for hobby players. And maybe some of you disagree. Maybe some of you are hobby players and you still think it's sweet. But maybe I'm a bit too old now. I'm going to be a dad in a few months. Maybe I'm thinking too much about that stuff. But I still enjoy games. It's not like I'm over gaming. Like I'm like the new Call of Duty at the moment. I'm really enjoying that. God knows how much I love FM. By the way, if you ever think, why doesn't Spen do more Football Manager? And does he think he's too good for that? No. Oh, and does he think he's over that? No. Football Manager is a completely different beast. Okay? Football Manager is literally on my top because it's sick that they've supported hashtag for the last 3 years. The game is so good. I am happy to criticise games. I mean, I've made a lot of money from FIFA in the past. I'm not going to lie. As a presenter at events, I've been very fortunate. I've earned that money. I do a great job, in my opinion. But I can still come out here and tell you if I think the game's not right, and I don't think the game is right at the minute. Football Manager, I've never had... apart from maybe back in the day when the game froze a few times, and that was really annoying. But that hasn't happened to me in years. I love that game, and I would happily stream that game and do whatever. I don't necessarily make as much content on YouTube, and that's basically because it doesn't get the same views. I'm still running a career here. I need to maximize my content. How much time I spend on content to what reward it gives me. That's where one argument for Wheel of Fortune is to bring it back, because I know it will get the support because people love it. And I'm so proud that I've created something like that. But a lot of good series, not that I'm comparing the Wheel of Fortune to The Office. But for example, Ricky Gervais only made 2 series of The Office. If he had YouTube comments on every series of The Office, every episode would say, bring back the Office, bring back The Office. And when you have this comment section, you can get swayed by it. I've loved the interactivity you and I have, but I've never relied on it for ideas, if I'm honest. And I've got a million projects that I could do that nothing to do with FIFA right now. If I had the time and the resources to do, I think you'd love them, but I have to do one thing at a time. Wheel of Fortune is so far down that list. And I also think as a person, I've kind of made a transition a little bit individually from FIFA content on YouTube. And I feel like it would be opening up a whole new can of worms where you guys would expect it if I started doing it again. And I'm trying to make a name for myself in the real life football industry now. And I'm not saying that doing FIFA content would hurt that in any way, shape or form. I think I've shown, and many other people in this industry have shown, that you can use FIFA to get into this industry. The Sidemen have just done a deal with Leyton Orient. That's a League 2 team, And most of the Sidemen all came out of making FIFA content. Yeah, there's no doubt that there's definite synergy between the two. I just don't feel like I'm that guy anymore. And ultimately, what it really comes down to, I can say stuff about the game changing all I want. What it really comes down to is I don't want to. That's what it really comes down to. I don't have that drive to play that game mode. I don't think I want to play Ultimate Team really anymore at all, if I'm honest. I'll do it on stream. I do enjoy the competitiveness of FUT Champions. It's hard with a Road to Glory account, and I feel for you guys who obviously aren't in a position to put money in the game. That's why this year I haven't, because I'm trying to put myself in your shoes and say, is this game mode that I'm sort of supporting and basically advertising something that I actually feel is a good experience for the average player? And I don't mean average in terms of ability. I mean average in terms of money you put into it. And I don't think it is anymore. That's just, you look at a game like Call of Duty, you buy it, any money you put in that game from that point on doesn't really improve you at the game. It just makes the experience a bit more fun, which is how it should be. I never put any money in COD, ever. And I'm all right at it, and it never holds me back. Never holds me back. That's how it should be. In Ultimate Team, not just the fact about the money thing, and I basically just think packs are ridiculously expensive, is what it comes down to. Maybe there's another video there. I think they should be a tenth for the price. I think they'll get away with it because people will pay it. But eventually, people might also wise up like me or have other things they can spend their money on. I've got a bloody son on the way. Do you know what I mean? I'd much rather buy him something than spend £80 on 12,000 FIFA points, which guarantees me nothing. Yes, I got very lucky and packed Mbappe. And that was in an SBC marquee matchup. That's the plus side of Ultimate Team. But it was random. It was luck. I don't think it should be that much. We've seen countries ultimately outlaw FIFA points in Belgium now. I do think the game needs a rapid redevelopment, if I'm honest, from the average player's situation. So kind of over Ultimate Team, which is sort of why I don't really want to do Wheel of Fortune. If I'm streaming, and I've got a Twitch deal right now, so I have to do a certain amount of hours per month. So I'm always looking for things to do. And it's an obvious one to do because Weekend League is a great way to spend 10 hours like that. And I enjoy it mostly. But this year is the year I've enjoyed it least. If I stream it, obviously, you guys can watch it. We can do it live. I've actually done live Wheel of Fortune before off the back of the first series. Some of you might remember. We're talking 5 years ago. Even though it'd be an easy edit, just to package that up and put it on YouTube and highlight it down, from a 2-hour stream to a 20-minute video, I'm not sure about the message that gives out. Again, do I want to be seen to make that sort of content? Do I want to make something that maybe isn't the same as what it was before? I think the other Wheel of Fortune series were so good and pure and they were made with all the right intentions. And this wouldn't be. If I'm really, really honest, if I made the Wheel of Fortune now, it'd be for 2 reasons, right? It would be 1, because you guys want it, which is an important reason. I'm not belittling that. And it would also be because it will make me some money. And that's never been what I've wanted to do. Honestly, Club to Club is a great example. It's a series I've started. I'm still honing it out. It's a game show. It's a football game show I've put together. And I've only really done it with hashtag people so far. It's a good way to collaborate. I'm going to bring more people into it. I really like it. I really enjoy it. It's fun. It's fun for me to do. The last one got like 30,000 views. That's not a problem. Not a lot of you maybe want it. I think the episodes are a bit too long right now. I need to find a way to I'm going to introduce a timer to make it a bit more quicker. I think it's actually going to be really good. Now, I'll do that live, and I may or may not put them on YouTube. The crucial thing to that is I enjoy doing them. I'd love to sit down, prepare an episode, and make one now. I don't feel that way about Wheel of Fortune, and I'd be disingenuous with you as viewers if I just phoned it in and did something I don't like. Like, I've always said to you at different points in the last however many years, I love doing what I do. I love the content I make, and I think that's what makes it genuine. I don't do it for views. I don't do it for money. And I don't want to do Wheel of Fortune, really. I feel bad saying that because I know you guys would want to see it. But I hope you understand that reasoning. There is a world where I could... So the Spencer Owen channel is my sort of second channel that's kind of been sitting on the back burner for years. I'm bringing it back, okay? My thinking is this. I'm going to be super honest with you now. Spencer FC is obviously a big channel, nearly 2 million subscribers, been on that area for a while now. That is in terms of when I make big videos or like big announcements or big chats with Seb, anything that I think is going to be something that a lot of you are going to want to see because it has the ability to reach a lot of people, that's where those videos go. And equally, occasionally I do brand deals as well. And with brand deals, like, you get more money if you get more views. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know here. So if I've got a good sort of view record on that channel, I'm going to get more money, basically, which allows me... And all my money really goes back into either Spencer FC or hashtag United, guys. So the more money I make, I would argue, is the better for you guys. It's not going towards a Lamborghini. It's not going towards a new house. You know, it's just, it goes to what we do, which I'm very proud of. So it's in my interest to keep Spencer FC, like, for want of a better word, premium. So I put Club to Club on there recently. It didn't do that well. I probably won't put another Club to Club on that channel. However, I still want to do Club to Club. I'm thinking about putting all that stuff on Spencer Owen. Spencer Owen channel might as well be like a free hit. It's just sitting there with 120k subs. Loads of you still watch videos on there, which I love. I put a video up there the other day. They've got more views on a channel with 100k subs than Club to Club did on a channel with 2 million, which is a video about me talking about this check my dad gave me. So that channel, I think, at least for the time being, I'm going to be very active on Spencer Owen, and I'll put lots of content on there, and I don't really mind how it does. There's no pressure for me. It's just about putting the stuff that I've live streamed on there or other ideas I've had that I don't know that they'll perform that well on Spencer FC. So I just have a gamble and stick them on Spencer Owen. If they don't do well, it's not really an issue. If they do well, it's a added bonus. So I've got to be a bit more I think you understand. I've got to be a bit more selective of how I upload on Spencer FC going forward, trying to make sure the videos do well. I'm not necessarily chasing a number in terms of subscribers. You know, I've been so close I'd love to hit 2 million one day. That would be cool, but it's not something I'm really that bothered about. There's only so many people that are interested in hearing me talk about football or do whatever. But Spencer Owen, for example, Spen and Alex, hashtag United, obviously got huge potential. You know, Spencer Owen is like 107k subs that I mentioned. Hashtag's hit 500 recently, which is great. I'd love to get hashtag to 1 million one day. That'd be a massive achievement. Spen and Alex was at 500. We bloody broke up. We lost loads of subs. We're back together. We're making videos on there again. We're nearly at 500 again now. So maybe check that out. There's lots of updates with the pregnancy on there. I'll link all this stuff in the description. So I'm excited about those channels. One thing you get with the smaller channels is you get a little bit more of a genuine audience. Like, they really love what you do. And they can still criticize you if they don't like something they see, but it's positive. Whereas with something like Spencer FC, which no doubt has been inflated through things like Wembley Cup, the video I made about the F2 recently, you know, lots of subscribers that have come from other channels, essentially. They don't necessarily have that same feeling towards my content. So that's the challenge, is keeping that channel sort of doing well and flourishing, whilst also giving my other ideas, which haven't necessarily proved themselves yet, a place to flourish separately. So that's what I'm going to do with Club to Club. That's what I'm going to do with other stuff. I'm going to start moving stuff over to Spencer Owen channel, and I'll be a bit more selective on what goes in Spencer FC. I've talked about a lot of things here. The main thing, the catalyst of the convo was the Wheel of Fortune chat, but ultimately it's a channel update, really, isn't it? The good news is I'm going to be making a lot more content. I'm going to be doing a lot of live stuff. Finally getting the internet installed in this house, proper internet, which can allow me to... Honestly, I've got some really cool stuff planned live, which right now is on Twitch, okay? And I'll keep you updated. Obviously, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and you'll find out where I'm at and what I'm doing. So lots of cool live stuff. Anything cool that happens live, I want to be able to repurpose it and put it on YouTube. Probably not Spencer FC, probably a Spencer Owen channel. So make sure you subscribe to that. Again, link will be in the description. So the good news is there's more content coming for you, live and on demand. Bit more like the old days. Much more stuff coming out of my sort of world, if you like. Obviously, hashtag is still smashing it as well, and hope you're following that journey, guys, because we've got a really good documentary coming out as well, which is like nothing I've made before. Can't wait to share that with you on the hashtag channel. So that's the good news. Bad news is it might not be the content that you subscribe to this channel for. That's what happens on YouTube. People evolve. You just get older in life. I'm 32. Right? I made my first YouTube video at 17 years old. I've been doing YouTube half my life almost. Obviously, we're going to adapt and develop. We still very much love the FIFA competitive esports scene. I still want to be a part of that. I still want hashtag to be a part of that. But as a creator of content, I can't see myself making much more FIFA content unless I start to enjoy the game a bit more. I mean, the gameplay. I've always tried to play FIFA a way that is good football. And I realised this year, after listening to some guys' advice about custom tactics, changed it to a certain setting, which I never would have chosen if I was trying to play good football, how much better you are at the game as a result. It's not really football. It's like pinball. The way the game works, like bang, 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 and into your strikers, and then 1-2, da-da-da. There's no like real football tactics in there for me. I don't think they've got that bit quite right. I'm not saying another game does it better. I think it's really hard to do. But I'm reaching a point in my life now where I don't just want to play a game and get rewards, red rewards for the sake of getting them. Fair play to you if you do. I probably would still be in that frame of mind if I was 10 years younger. But for me, it's like I want to enjoy the actual playing of the game, regardless of what rewards I get. And I don't enjoy doing the things you have to do to win, against the better players at least. Which is maybe why I like the old division structure when I'm playing Div 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, just smashing it. And then you've got to be a bit harder. But Div 1 now and Rivals, whilst I can get in there and I can mix it with the boys, I've got to play a version of the game that I don't want to play. So I don't want to do it anymore. I'm sorry. I have disappointed some of you because I think a lot of you thought Wheel of Fortune was coming back. And like I say, it's me being really honest. I thought it was coming back. I made the script. I was going to do it. I just realised every time it was my time to record that video, I was like, don't want to. I know the can of worms it's going to open, the pressure I'm going to put myself under to keep giving it to you. I'd rather disappoint you now than let you down in the future and start a series up and ruin the legacy of Wheel of Fortune. So it was still amazing me how many of you go back and watch the old episodes, even though it's on the FIFA like 15, FIFA 16, whatever. I love that, and thank you so much. And a lot of you, I know you sort of associate Wheel of Fortune with like a moment in your childhood because you've kind of grown up with me as well, with the channel, a lot of you. Some of you are older, some of you watched it in your 40s and 30s or whatever. That's cool too. Good news, more content coming. This channel, Spencer Owen, got some cool plans for this space. I've developed a lot of things you can't see on the other camera right now, but we're doing some good bits in here. Bad news, you probably ain't going to see Wheel of Fortune again. I might stream it. If I stream it, I may consider putting it on Spencer Owen channel, but I'm concerned that I won't see the series through. I don't have the time to do it regularly enough and do what Wheel of Fortune needs, like 30, 40 episodes. And it needs, and I don't know what the climax would be now, maybe trying to get a certain ranking weekend league with my Wheel of Fortune team. But I just don't think I'm going to do it. When I stream career mode, when I stream FM, I can pick it up as and when I choose. So I'm going to get more regular with my streams, and I'm going to get more scheduled, but it will be more about real football chat, the stuff we do on YouTube live. It will be some other things like Club to Club. It will be podcasts. I've got some really good interviews planned. But that's the stuff hopefully you'll stick around for. I've talked way too long. Drop a like if you've enjoyed listening to me ramble about the state of my channel, the state of Wheel of Fortune, the state of the universe. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you watched this whole video and you aren't subscribed, I'm shocked. Why would you care? But if you haven't, please do. Check out the other channels as well. Lots of stuff coming. Even though I have stopped the Wheel of Fortune, potentially, the reason I've stopped it is because I haven't gone changing. Because if I kept doing the Wheel of Fortune, which would mean I hadn't changed that, I would have changed myself because I wouldn't be doing what's true to myself and what's always been true in this channel is doing something I enjoy. So actually, I didn't go changing. So there, those of you that say in the comments, Spencer went changing, stopped the Wheel of Fortune. No, I beat you on a paradox. Thanks for watching. Bye.